Do you feel like your ideas are stuck in the comfort zone? What if that's the reason they stall? Not because you're not motivated, but because you've hit your upper limit. Stick with me and I'll show you how to recognize when your ideas are stuck. And I'll provide you one simple way to move beyond your comfort zone. So let's talk about what the comfort zone looks like. Today with a client, we were talking about ideas and how we get stuck in our heads and stick in the swirl, and what are the reasons that we're so afraid to move beyond our comfort zone. And then we started talking about this book, The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. Great read if you haven't read it yet. And in his book, he talks about the upper limit problem. This is when you reach that invisible ceiling when things feel too big or too risky. For our ideas, it often shows up as overthinking, procrastination, analysis by paralysis, telling ourselves, one day I'll get to this, but not right now. Does any of this sound familiar? Here are a few signs that your idea might be stuck in the comfort zone. First, you keep saying someday instead of starting right now. You push things off into the far future and tell yourself you think you're going to get to it, but you don't really do that. Second, you do the easy tasks but avoid the really complicated ones. Are you that person who has a long list of things to do? You do something that's not on your list, but you write it down on your list and cross it off so you can feel some sense of accomplishment. You might just be sticking into your comfort zone. Third, you keep your idea to yourself instead of saying it out loud. How many ideas are you keeping up here and not sharing it with the world just so you don't have to come to that upper limit and break through where your ideas are bigger than you and it feels a little risky? If any of these sound like you, you're not lazy. You're just hanging around in your comfort zone, kicking up your feet, got your slippers on, relaxing, and waiting for something big to happen to you versus you creeping out of your comfort zone so big things can happen with your ideas and open the doors to the multiple possibilities. Here's the good news. You don't need to take a big leap to get unstuck. You can take a really tiny step to move just a little bit out of your comfort zone circle. That could look like telling one person about your idea, saying it out loud to someone, or better yet, give it a deadline. Put it on your calendar when this big task, risky thing is going to take place. Or break it down into one small 10-minute chunk that you can do right now today. So if you are listening and you're still here with me, write it down. Write down what you can achieve towards this big task to move a little bit out of your comfort zone today. And when you're done, come share it with us in the comments. I would love to hear what tiny leap you took today. Because in the end, the goal is not to leap, but to take one little tiny step in the direction that you want to. Think of it as a stretch, not a leap. The idea is to take one little tiny step that pushes you just a little bit out of your comfort zone, but where you still feel safe. And you're going to feel accomplished. Remember, your ideas don't grow in comfort. They grow when you move one step beyond your comfort zone. If you want more tools and community to push your ideas beyond their comfort zone, join us in the Hatchery. It's a community where you can safely share your ideas and take that one tiny step every day till you are slowly in that zone where you are taking big risk and ready to take that big leap. It's not about that big leap. It's about that one tiny step And if you're looking for a simple, free part framework to get your ideas from stuck to moving along and maybe inching beyond the comfort zone, stay tuned for the next video.